Hi, everybody. It's me, Lisa T, coming at you with some positive energy, which I didn't feel until I started this video. So I didn't really feel the positive energy, hence why I was like, maybe I should do a video. Another reason I thought I should do a video is I scrolled back to check because these videos actually help me now from videos I've done in the past because there's one for every single day of the year. So I went back and the January 12th last year was kind of discombobulated. So I thought we need a little bit of a redo, and no mistake that it's needed for me because these readings have unfailingly helped me every time I do them. So we're doing Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie, and we're doing January 12th. And we're in need of some positive energy because the grayness for this like 2 months now is starting to make people go bonkers, including myself. It is hard, and but I do believe there's a reason for this, and a good reason. There's a good reason for everything, and I think this is a time that we can go within and we can reflect, and we're not distracted by the externals of like a sunny day or whatever. And it's time to face some pain. It's time to face some stuff, which I think is part of the journey. I think it's a good part of the journey, facing these things. It's not until we feel it and then we can really deal with it, and then we can heal it and be done with things that have triggered us or things that keep reoccurring in our lives that cause us distress or disturbance. So let's go within. Let's get into it. Let's see what's happening on the inside, because our life is a reflection of what's going on inside. Our life is a reflection of us. And so whatever's going on inside is going to project the movie for us outside. So we want to make sure it's a nice, clean house inside, so that we have a nice, clean house that we live in externally in our world, right? Okay, so January 12th, finding balance. Well, there we go. No mistake. It's all about balance, right? So, and gosh, this has come up a lot recently. Balance is also about feeling the pains and feeling the joys. When we don't allow ourselves to feel, if we have this heavy, if we have 90 weight, not percent, but a 90-pound weight of heaviness that's bottled up inside of us, then we are missing out on a 90 weight of joy. There's balance in it. If I've noticed in my life that when I experience when I allow myself to feel something I never allowed myself to feel before, when I allowed myself to fully feel something. So if I allow myself to fully feel something and it comes out as a 30%, then on the other side of it, I have a 30% of relief and joy and exuberance. And so if I have something that's really deep deep down, and something allows that to finally come to the surface, on the other side of it, I have, so if it was like a 90-pound weight in there, on the other side of that, I have this 90-pound amount of joy that comes blossoming through that thing that I finally let go of, that thing that I finally processed, that pain that I finally dealt with. Then a 90% flower can bloom. So a more beautiful flower blooms, a bigger flower blooms when I face a bigger pain. A smaller flower blooms when I face a smaller pain. So there's a balance in that too. So let's see what the reading has to say, because I forget. All right, so finding balance. The goal of recovery is balance. There it is. The goal of recovery is to find balance so that we can feel the pain and feel the joys, so that we can have the rest and then have the excitement, so that we can do the work but do the rest as well, or do the joy and do the hard things, do the things we don't want to do and then do the things we do want to do. Like there's there's balance in everything. Even with my eating, a lot of people say like, oh, you're so fit, but I eat mainly good food, but I make sure there's balance, and I don't deprive myself of a cookie. I don't deprive myself of some chips here and there. That's okay. I create balance. It's not all or one, or all or nothing. It's not one thing and nothing of the other. So the goal of recovery is balance. That precious middle ground. We want to be in the middle. I've done this in other videos too. Like early on in my recovery process, I remember going from one extreme to the other, and then I'm beating the other, and then I go back to the other extreme. So we want to find our way into the middle ground. In the middle ground, there's also more stability, right? Like think of a tree. If this was a tree, if my elbows and my forearms are the ground and my hands are the tree, If the tree is stable in the middle, when the wind blows, it blows that way, but then it blows back to middle, and then it blows this way because it's got that stable middle ground. If the tree grows out like this and the wind blows, it's going to topple over, right? So it's not balanced. So we want to stay in the balance, because that way we can flow with the waves. We can flow with the waves with a solid foundation that we're always going to bounce back into the middle. So it's the middle ground, that precious middle ground. Many of us have gone from one extreme, there it is, from one extreme to the other, one extreme to the other for years and years and years of taking care of everyone else but ourselves. And then I went through this, and then it was like I had to just focus on just taking care of myself for that 1 year. When I started these videos, I focused on just myself, because I had to go to the other extreme till I could find the middle ground. We can't just go from one extreme to middle. We have to go to the other side so we can know both sides of the fence, so that we can find our middle ground. So many of us have gone from one extreme to the other, years of taking care of everyone else but ourselves, followed by a time of refusing to focus on anyone else's needs but our own. There's my story. This book is amazing. When we have spent years refusing to identify, feel, and deal with our feelings. That's my catchphrase. Feel it so you can deal with it so you can heal it. We refuse to identify, refuse to, and sometimes we don't even know we're doing it, but that's why we need a support system to help bring it all up. We need people to help dig it up. We need to dig it up. Unearth it. We need to bring it to the surface. We need to, so we can see what's in there. And then we can put it where it needs to be. Or take it out to the trash, or use that to plant a new soil, or whatever. But we got to see what's in there so we can know what to do with it, and we need to identify it so we can feel it, and then deal with it. Deal with our feelings, followed by a period of absolute obsession with every trace of emotional energy that passes through our body. Ooh, yeah, I don't remember reading this, and since this book, I've also become a bioenergetics healer and facilitator, and I've learned so much about everything is energy. Everything is energy. Our voice is energy. The things we hear is energy. The things we smell is energy. Our body is energy. Our skin is energy. The table is energy. Everything is energy. And our life is a reflection of our energy. And energy gets stuck. That's, as a massage therapist, that's what I'm working out. I'm working out stuck energy. That's energy that gets stuck in the muscles. And our body has not been designed to hold these things, but we've been conditioned to hold these things. So we end up carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, right? So the tension gets in there. We end up with like, oh, my guts are sore, right? Well, what is your gut's been telling you that you haven't been following? When has your gut said, don't do that, and you do it, then something's going to get stuck in there because we haven't been following our guts or flowing with our guts. So the energy goes through our body. It should just go, as I'm doing now in other videos, the breath work. So it should just flow through this channel, but it doesn't flow through this central channel I've talked about. You'd have to go back in other videos to see some of the initial breath work. I'll do more. But when we have something stuck here in the shoulder, or stuck here in the solar plexus, or stuck in our mind, stuck in the third eye, or stuck in our guts, in our second chakra, or stuck in our root, then when the energy tries to come from the world and flow through us, it has to wobble. It has to wobble past these stuck spots, and it can't flow. And when it hits that stuck spot, we get a reaction to it, and we get a trigger, and we get a misperceive of what's actually happening, because it's all love. But then we perceive it as someone's attacking us, or we perceive it as I'm not good enough, or we get some sort of thought, or we get some sort of feeling that isn't incorrect flow, because it's bumped off something that's a stuck energy. So if we refuse to identify, feel, and deal with our feelings, then there's a period of absolute obsession with every trace of emotional energy that passes through our body. We have spent many years refusing to identify, feel, and deal with our feelings, so we've spent years doing this. Spent years in this obsession about this emotional energy that's passing through our bodies, like stuck in a thought pattern, stuck in a behavioral pattern because of an emotional energy that's been trying to pass through our body. So we may succumb to powerlessness, helplessness, and victimization. So we go to, I can't do anything about this, and you can. We go to, there's no hope, there's no help, and I can't get help, and we can. and we go to, oh, everything's happening to me. No, this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? We turn into a victim when that's a wrong side of the coin. We want to be on the opposite side of the coin. Instead of why is this happening to me? Why is this happening for me? What instead of why did he do that to me? Why did he do that for me? If someone triggers you, it's actually an access point for you to use that to transform this emotional energy that's been stuck. That's an access point. So instead of doing what you've always done or reacting how you've always reacted, see it as something good to help you heal, to help you do something new and see it in a new way. Know that it's happening for your higher good so you can evolve and heal and overcome these things. But in the past, we've succumbed to powerlessness, helplessness, and victimization. And then we swing to the other extreme by aggressively wielding power over those around us. So then we're like, oh, he did that, she did that, they did that to me, and they have all the power. Because he did that, I feel sad. Because she did that, I am angry. So we're giving the world and its people the power to control our emotions because they're hitting these blocks in this energy center, in the stuck parts of the energy. Of that central channel breathing, central channel piece of us. So then those people then have power over us because they're controlling how we think and see and feel. When that's not how it has to be. We can see things as love. We can see things as good. We have to do the work though. So we've given power out there. We can learn to give to others while taking responsibility for ourselves. So we can still give, but there's one exercise I'll do coming up. It's called keeping one eye on the inside. So as the world is going on and we're like paying attention to everything around us, keep one eye on the inside. Are my shoulders going up? Am I feeling something in my gut? What's happening inside of me? Take care of this. That's our responsibility. So we can still give to others and still take care of this. So we can learn to give to others while taking responsibility for ourselves. We can learn to take care of our feelings as well as our physical, mental, and spiritual needs. Physical needs, I need exercise, I need good healthy food. Mental, I need good thoughts. Spiritual, I need to have something outside of myself so that I can access higher powers, higher thinking, a higher level of consciousness, so that I can bring that into my own higher level of consciousness. Woo! We can learn to take care of our feelings as well as our physical, mental. We can do this. We are responsible to take care of our physical, mental, and spiritual needs. We can nurture the quiet confidence of owning our power as equals in our relationships with others. There's no better than, there's no less than. We are equals. We are all equals. When we give others our power, give it away, we're making someone else more than us, and that is not reality. We are all equals. And we can keep that quiet confidence of nurturing ourselves and then keeping an equal power with our relationships with others. The goal of recovery is balance, but sometimes we get there by going to extremes. Like I said in the beginning, right? We have to sometimes go there. We have to go to these extremes so we can find that balance, and that is okay. It's a process. It is not something, it's not a one and done kind of thing. It's a process we're always going through. Woo! Trust the process. All right, here's your prayer for today. Today, I will be gentle with myself. I will say it's okay to feel how I feel. I will say it's okay when I'm feeling this or feeling that because I am learning how to take care of myself. And it's okay that I'm down today. That's how it's supposed to be. It's okay that I'm this today. That's how it's supposed to be. How can I nurture that? How can I show up for that? How can I care for that part of myself? So today I will be gentle with myself, understanding that sometimes to reach the middle ground of balance, I need to explore the peaks and the valleys of these mountains. Explore them. What's here? What's here for me? What is this showing me? What is the lesson? How is this going to help me become my better self? Right? So I need to explore the peaks and valleys. Here, let me start that whole prayer over. I got little ad libs here. We want to say this prayer in full. Ready? Today, I will be gentle with myself, understanding that sometimes, close your eyes as you listen to this. One more time. Today, I will be gentle with myself, understanding that sometimes to reach the middle ground of balance, I need to explore the peaks and the valleys. Sometimes the only way I can extricate myself from a valley is to jump high enough to land on a peak and then slowly ease myself down. Amen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for being on the journey with me. Please, if you like this video, if it was helpful, please hit the subscribe button so I can continue to help more and more and more and more. And please give me a thumbs up. Please feel free to comment. I will respond. Start the conversation. Let others know they're not alone. Knowing we're not alone is one of the greatest gifts that we can have in this, and greatest gifts of support we can have in this journey to becoming our best self, full of love, joy, peace, and serenity. Amen. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you all.